Did it ever occur to you, Wally, that the process that creates this boredom that we see in the world now may very well be a self-perpetuating, unconscious form of brainwashing created by a world totalitarian government based on money? And that all of this is much more dangerous than one thinks? And it's not just a question of individual survival, Wally, but that somebody who's bored is asleep, and somebody who's asleep will not say no.
Yo, I'm an overwhelmed spirit, can the stress be prevented? I'm impressively committed, I'm a skeptic, a cynic. I'm indefinitely gifted, facing pressure from critics. And maybe I'm twisted, but it feels like the lesson's been scripted. It's wicked, but at least we're still here in the present tense, to witness the deaths of our peers who were heaven sent, but never wept because fear is irrelevant. And there's a fine line between theory and evidence. Tax invasion dollars from assassination plotters, giving debt to go to college, leaving whistleblowers silenced. Maybe I'm paranoid and weeded up. Maybe I've seen too many videos, or maybe you ain't seen enough. Maybe I'm high, but I swear I know it feels like I'm being watched everywhere I go. You can take my ride, go and take my dough. You can take my pride, but just spare my soul. Now, maybe I'm high, but I swear I know it feels like I'm being watched everywhere I go. Maybe I'm paranoid and weeded up. Maybe I've seen too many videos, or maybe you ain't seen enough. I'm as empty as a widow with a bottle of riddle. I may look full on the outer, but I'm hollow in the middle. My mind is a window overlooking homes of oppression, whose only objection is paying rent in hopes of progression for only a second. Slaving at a low-wage profession, so the only way to obtain is through stolen possessions. I'm lonely and skeptic, aware and depressed from reality, watching followers blindly become obsessed with a fallacy. I've seen it all through the smoke on my roach clips, coping with road spliffs while exposing these hoaxes. Lo and behold, it's a show of hypnosis. Cops who don't control the emotions are loading their holsters. The news is bogus, just cultural coldness, recruiting soldiers with poses on promotional posters. Trained murderers to fight against the sand people, or whichever group our government leads to perceive as evil. Maybe I'm high, but I swear I know it feels like I'm being watched everywhere I go. You can take my ride, go and take my dough. You can take my pride, but just spare my soul. Now, maybe I'm high, but I swear I know it feels like I'm being watched everywhere I go. Maybe I'm paranoid and weeded up. Maybe I've seen too many videos, or maybe you ain't seen enough.
Maybe I'm a paranoid lunatic, addiction at the root of it. Conspiracy theories, spewing misconstrued lyrics to any and everyone who will hear it. I can't hold back the fear, it festers in the mind and spirit. What's gonna happen when water is sold like oil? Will you still make jokes about hats made out of tinfoil? Probably. You think there's no such thing as global warming? Leading scientists lied when they gave their global warning. Terrorism is the new communism, manufactured fear just to con your prism. An enemy of the state who's never committed a violent crime. If I have to steal the truth, I will, cause it's rightfully mine. I don't see the point in all your useless schematic. Students are getting slaughtered by rifles that are fully automatic. We're taught that America was built by revolution, and humans were created by scientific evolution. One's true and one's up for debate, but if you argue with those in control, you'll be burned at the stake. I believe in spirituality, a world religion, psychedelic tools as a key to unlock the system. A dose to leave you with a refreshed sense of perception, hope to breathe and dream of content, conception. I wonder if the oracle would tell me to take this, or if I live and die while I'm stuck in a matrix. An empty soul, an empty heart, and empty eyes, or an enlightened being that isn't afraid to die.
See, I think it's quite possible that the 1960s represented the last burst of the human being before he was extinguished, and that this is the beginning of the rest of the future now, that from now on there'll simply be all these robots walking around, feeling nothing, thinking nothing, and there'll be nobody left almost to remind them that there once was a species called a human being.